Hello, this is Liberty Mark 222. I've been researching this whole issue of inflation and deflation, and I look at what's going on with QE3, Operation Twist, and QE4, or QE to infinity, and you would expect the price of silver and gold to go up, but instead they went down substantially in December. And obviously the Fed, everybody thought it was JP Morgan and HSBC that were, because of their short positions, they were the ones manipulating the market. But it's increasingly becoming clear that the U.S. government, the Treasury, is beating down the price of the metals, manipulating the market because they are protecting the dollar as far as the currency. Now we're talking about a currency war. They're talking about how Japan is going to start printing a whole bunch of money. I'm hearing reports of how China and Japan are having really bad relations. They said that the Chinese have dropped the sale of Japanese cars by 70%. They got this animosity about this island over there in between China and Japan. There's a lot of reports about how China's imported massive amounts of gold, that they could have like 4,000 tons of gold, and that the renminbi, whatever it is, the Chinese currency would replace the dollar as a reserve currency. See, there's like all these forces that you would expect to see the dollar drop substantially, but somehow it's not. You got the economy in the United States is just stalled. There's no GDP growth. We're spending like crazy. The amount of money we're spending for the government has just been just crazy, and there's nothing in sight to see it's gonna drop. Actually, it's gonna increase, and they're taxing the middle class, the upper class, substantially, which is even going to slow down the economy even more. So, how could you have massive money printing? They're printing $85 billion a month. Like 80 or 90% of the bond market is bought by the Fed, and how could the dollar still remain? And then we're getting all these trade agreements between China and all these other, like Russia, Japan, Brazil, all these countries, even the United Arab Emirates. So you're getting huge increases in the amount of trade not using the dollar, which was the petrodollar. Really, basically, we're forcing other countries to use the dollar for trade, and they're getting away from that. But you don't see the value of the dollar going down. So, it's a real mystery to me, I guess. I don't understand how that's working. I don't know if something's going to break here pretty soon. I don't know how they're financing all this stuff, to tell you the truth. If China decides to stop their trade with the United States away, if they they got trillions of dollars in reserve right now, and supposedly we got 8,000 tons of gold. which everything I've seen shows that we don't have that kind of gold in Fort Knox. That we've leased out all that gold, sold it, whatever. It's not owned by the United States government anymore. So anyway, that's just some of my thoughts. Thanks. This is Liberty Mark 222.